Hello again, everybody. This is Chris Powell here with you all, and I'm just going to be going over another game that happened last night in Tampa. The Pittsburgh Penguins were playing the Tampa Bay Lightning, and as you know, Tampa is a really big physical team, and they are fast, and they do not give up, a little bit like Pittsburgh, but Pittsburgh is not as big as Tampa. Tampa Bay has like 4 or 5 guys on the team that are over 6'4", so they are monsters, and they do play hard and they fight. So it was a great matchup for these two teams to get together again. If you did not get a chance to see the game last night, I have you covered right here with all the stats and statistics, so let's get right to it. Tampa Bay got off to a really hot start last night. A little bit took them a little bit, but they were able to get a goal at 9:04 into the first period, and that goal coming from Mikhail Sergachev with the assist coming from Victor Hedman and Tyler Johnson. They got off to a really hot start. Pittsburgh was creating a lot of chances too in the first period, but unfortunately they were not able to get one in the first period. And just shortly after Mikhail Sergachev's goal for Tampa, Steven Stamkos, the captain of the team for Tampa Bay, he was able to get another goal, his 25th of the year, with the assist coming from Braden Point and Nikita Kucherov. So these two teams are really fast and really physical, but Tampa Bay has a lot of depth on their team. They have a lot of great players, as I mentioned, so it is hard to play against this team, and they have a great coach as well with John Cooper. So I'm not a big fan of him. I don't like his system, in my opinion, but, you know, everyone has their own ways of coaching their team. So Tampa Bay did get off to a real good start in the first period, and the first period did end in a 2-0 score. Now, to get into the second period, a little bit like the first period, instead of Tampa scoring, Pittsburgh actually got started off in the second period. The pass coming from Patrick Hornquist, it kind of wasn't a pass. He kind of threw a shot on net, and somehow Malkin was cutting to the net, and Patrick Hornquist's shot went off Malkin's knee and it redirected in. They wanted to review it to make sure it didn't go off his hand because, as you know, in hockey, you can't bat the puck in with your hand. But it did go off of Evgeny Malkin's knee, and the goal did count. So Patrick Hornquist made a great play, and Chris Letang also had an assist on that goal as well, with Malkin getting his 17th of the year at 9:25 into the second period. Then just shortly after that, about 35 seconds later, Tampa Bay answered with a goal from Anthony Cirelli with his 15th of the year at 9:57 into the second period, with the assist coming from Victor Hedman and Andre Palat. And as you know, that second period started to get a little bit nasty. A lot of big hits, a lot of cheap shots. As you did see, Crosby did get cross-checked. It was a pretty nasty play, in my opinion. I don't know why. I mean, if you guys all know who Cedric Paquette is, he reminds me of Tom Wilson for the Washington Capitals a little bit. He does tend to make some silly mistakes out there for Tampa Bay, and also some pretty, I'd say, garbage hits, like just unnecessary hits, try to like hurt the player of some sort. So those two are a little bit like each other, in my opinion, but that's the nature of hockey. You're going to have players like that in pretty much every sport when it's physical. So Tampa Bay did get that goal, as I mentioned, from Anthony Cirelli, and he made it a 3-1 score at the end of the second period. Now in the third period, the Penguins did get off to a real hot start in the third. Evgeny Malkin took the puck behind the net, and he went coast to coast with it, and I thought he was going to shoot it once he got to the left wing circle, but he decided to wrap it around the net and be patient with the puck, and he saw the young rookie John Marino for Pittsburgh, and he was wide open in front of the net, and Marino received the pass from Malkin, and he was able to fire it home past the goaltender Andrei Vasilevskiy for Tampa Bay. As you know, Andrei Vasilevskiy, he is a big guy back there. I think he's 6'6". So it's hard to get a goal past him. He's not that quick, but he covers up a lot of net because of his size and his weight. So he is a big guy, as I mentioned, and he is hard to score against. And all in all, he's just a great goaltender. So John Marino was able to fire it past Andrei Vasilevskiy, and he did make it a 3-2 score. And to mention, if you did not see last night's game, John Marino did get injured. He took a shot from Justin Schultz, I believe it was, and it went off somebody's stick, and it ramped up, and it hit John Marino right in the side of his jaw. So he looked a little bit shaken up when he went down, but he got up under his own power, and he was able to skate off the ice quickly, and they were able to evaluate him. No update on his injury yet, but they will have an update for you sometime today. So if you guys are curious about that, I hope John Marino I pray for him because he is a up-and-coming rookie, in my opinion. He's a great defenseman. He reminds me of Letang a little bit with his speed and his skill work, but as I said, he is very young, and he'll be a great up-and-coming player for us in the future, so I hope all is well to that guy. So, as I mentioned, he did get his 5th of the year at 3:20 into the third period, with the assist coming from Evgeny Malkin, that making the score 3-2. Now, the rest of the period, it was a lot of fighting. There was a lot of cheap shots, as I mentioned, especially in the third period. The third period is when it got a little bit nastier in the game. There was a lot of big hits, a lot of clean hits as well, but there was a lot of cheap shotting too. But Tampa Bay was able to get a goal. As the Pittsburgh Penguins, towards the end of the game, they pulled their goaltender to get an extra attacker to try to tie the game, and they had a power play, I should mention, and they weren't able to capitalize. They went 0 for 5 last night on the power play, including a 5-on-3. So their power play was not good last night. They almost tied the game. If you did see the game, there was a big scramble in front of the net, and Andrei Vasilevskiy, he wasn't even looking at the puck, and he somehow felt it on his foot, and he kicked it out. It was an amazing save. As I said, he's a great goaltender, so great goalies will do that for you, for your team. So he did make an awesome play, and the Penguins did fall short last night with Tampa Bay scoring an empty net goal with Nikita Kucherov with his 25th of the year, with the assist from Victor Hedman, and Andrei Vasilevskiy even got a assist on that empty net goal. He cleared it and made a great play. So the empty netter coming from, as I said, Nikita Kucherov, with the Tampa Bay walking out with the victory with your final score of 4-2. The Penguins did play hard last night. They fought hard. As I said, Tampa is one of the best teams in the league, so they're no slouch. They're really good. So Pittsburgh does have another chance to get another victory tomorrow night. They are still in Florida. If you guys aren't aware of that, they are playing the Florida Panthers at 7 o'clock on AT&T Sportsnet. So if you do get a chance to see that game, sit back, relax, enjoy the game. Hopefully our guys can walk out with a victory tonight or tomorrow night, and I will see you all next video. Thank you, guys.